So growing up, I have always been so outspoken that no matter where I live, no matter where I am, my roots will always be Pakistani, Punjabi. But my identity has always been questioned, where I've constantly heard, "You're so dark, you can't be Pakistani," or "You're Christian, so you're not really Pakistani." So I think for me, this pageant and applying for this title, this crown was more than just becoming Miss Universe Pakistan. It's kind of an answer to everyone that has ever questioned my identity. But I also hated that in Pakistan, you never see any representation for dark skinned Pakistanis. And there are so many of us, and something needed to be done about this. So both of those reasons became my biggest motivations. But also, my sister, she pushed me to do this. We were sat at an airport, we were flying to Paris. And she said, the applications are open. Like, why don't you apply? You would be so good at this. You are so powerful. You're so beautiful. And I was like, no, like there's no way I'll ever get in. But yeah, my sister really pushed me to apply, and that is how I got here. I want to be the change for the beauty standard in Pakistan. There are so many different kinds of beauties in Pakistan, and beauty is not just a single mold that we have to fit into. So there needs to be much more representation. And beyond the crown, my advocacy has always been to improve the illiteracy rates in Pakistan. Almost 40% of Pakistanis cannot read or write, which is so alarming. So, and it's even higher for women in rural areas. So I want to challenge the mindset that an educated girl isn't in any way, shape, or form less cultured or less religious. So education is empowerment, and I want our girls to be more educated, be more respected, and beyond the crown, that is my goal. I do think my blend of backgrounds allows me to connect with people from different walks of life. I can connect and have different conversations with so many different people because I've been exposed to so much. Growing up, I have been brought up in Pakistan, Saudi, and the UK. So I can bring my cultural heritage of Pakistan, Punjab, and my upbringing of Pakistan, Saudi, and the UK, and my personal values into every stage of Miss Universe platform. Whether that's just through the way I carry myself, or the causes that I speak up for, or the stories that I share, I want people to see that beauty in Miss Universe is more than just the superficial, just looks. It's about representing the richness of who you are and inspiring others to embrace their own identity. I always say this, I want the younger girls to feel as proud in a shalwar kameez or lehenga as they would in like a designer gown, because each aspect has its own beauty and we should be equally proud of both. I've never done a pageant before. This was my first one. So I think, me included, but everyone really undermines how truly difficult it is. Most people don't have much knowledge of the process. So they only see, the online aspects of our pictures being posted, the photo shoots we do, or, like the voting process. And this has been around since the first ever Miss Universe Pakistan in 2023. So I think people don't see the endless interviews, the training, the studying, and the behind the scenes work that goes into getting you there. From the outside, it can look really simple, just being pretty or getting the votes to get through. And people underestimate the work that the girls have put into this. So my message to those people is, if you think it looks that simple, apply next year. You'll find out for yourself, because it's really the same as, planning a Pakistani or Punjabi wedding. Like, it's not as simple as just buying an outfit and showing up. But also another thing, we're just humans. I think because we're just posted online, people kind of like objectify us and don't see us as real humans with real emotions. So they just, throw whatever they want to say, any judgment, any opinion, like this girl is too short, this one's too dark, this one doesn't do this. And you forget that at the end of the day, we're just girls. Like, I'm only 24. Like, I've put myself in this position. I've exposed myself to the media, and I'm open to opinions. I'm open to people's opinions. But people say a lot of nasty things, and I wish people would just remember that we are just humans, that no matter how beautiful these girls are, how put together they look, we are just humans. So yeah, I would urge people to be kinder. So I work obviously a 9 to 5, and I have never done a pageant before. So once I applied to this, it was very quickly moving. I applied on a whim. I didn't think, oh yeah, I'm going to get in. Like I just applied because I got pushed to do it. My sister was very supportive, and I thought we need to do this for the dark skinned girls. So training alongside a 9 to 5 was exhausting. And pageantry training in the area I come from wasn't that easily accessible. So I couldn't just, ring up a pageant trainer and be like, fit me in, like, I need to do this. So it was a lot of self training. And there was a point where I obviously had a very hard day at work. My 9 to 5 is not easy. And I came home, I was exhausted. And I've just come out of wedding season from my sister's wedding. So I was exhausted. It was a lot of things. And I just sat in my room and I said to myself, maybe I can't do this. Like, maybe this is all too much for just a little girl like me. Like, maybe I'm being crazy, but my family remained my constant rocks. They always remind me of my purpose and my power. And even Josh Yugan, the national director of Miss Universe Pakistan. In my last interview with him, I shared this thought process that I had that I wouldn't make it this far. And he looked so confused. And he was like, why? And he was like, why did you not apply the year before? And in that moment, I was like, wow, like people see my power before I see it in myself. And even though the journey has been so exhausting and so tiring and so difficult, I have really taken a positive spin on this and chose to teach myself to believe in myself because I can do this and so can every other girl. And if only we believed in ourselves before other people did. I would say simply by constantly speaking out, just being who I am, being authentic. I will post on Instagram the glamorous parts. I will also post me with no makeup, like me coming into work, just doing normal things. Just being myself, being authentic, constantly sharing about my experience as a Pakistani, my culture, my religion, just honestly being human. I'm a normal girl, and if people see me, they can believe they can be me. And that is the most important part, just encouraging more young Pakistani girls or any Asian girl to just take that leap of faith, to do your bit, to represent yourself, put yourself out there because there still isn't that much representation for South Asian women in the global media. So if I can just be myself, be normal, and encourage people that you don't have to be, Aishwarya Rai perfect to make it, because wow, that woman, she's incredible. But if I can just be a normal human and show people that you can do it, then I think that's my purpose. um, we went to the Maldives to film the finals for Miss Universe Pakistan. And even though we all spoke English, Urdu, Punjabi, there was still some language barriers between the English and American English, British English and American English. So it was one night we were so tired, and I think we had to go to like one final interview. And at this point, me and the girls were exhausted. Like we've been in heels all day, makeup. So I was just like, it's so hot. I'm scraping my hair back. And I had slicked my ponytail up, and putting your hair up for any brown girl is an arm workout. And on top of that, I was sleep deprived. And I quickly shouted to the girls and I was like, somebody, please, please bring me a bubble because I didn't have one. And I'd already gotten my hair in the perfect position. And Jessica, she's from New York, I think, in America. She's American. And she calls out and she's like, a bubble? What's a bubble? And I'm there, arm aching, hand up. And I was like, hurry up, bring it. Like my arm is about to give up. And she's like, what's a bubble? And I was like, oh my God, I forgot in America they call it a hair tie. And we literally could not stop laughing. But I don't think anyone else is going to find it as funny as we did. But yeah, I think that kind of really bonded us and the girls. But even through the whole process, like all the girls were so good to each other with words of advice, comfort, offering each other clothes, hair appliances. And I think from the very first day, as soon as I was put in that situation and all the girls were so kind, it put my mind to ease that I can do this. Everyone is so lovely. I can do it. Praying. I think I wouldn't be anywhere where I am without God, and knowing that He is the reason I am here and He's brought me this far keeps me grounded. So, before any important step, any interview, any photo shoot, I have to pray and thank Him on a daily. It's a non negotiable for me. It keeps me calm and centered. Dal chawal. Any trip that I come back from, I will text mom before I reach the airport. Please have dal chawal ready. Loads of pickles, onions, and yellow dal. It's so good, but it has to be boiled rice. I am a proud Thurgar rice hater. I can't do Thurgar rice. But yeah, dal chawal will always be unmatched for me.